Alright guys, today we're going to do some sewing. I have some thrifted and saved items that I would like to make fresh and new again. We just got a new sofa, so I'm excited. I have a lot of pillows here. They're little. I've recovered them. This one I actually took like 3 other covers off. I have the picture of it somewhere. It had like 3 other covers. It was just getting so solid it didn't even have any fluff anymore because it had so many covers on it. So I took them all off and we're gonna recover. This is the base, and this is the base. I think this one just might have fluff in it, or it has another one inside it, and we'll take this off. But I do new covers often, and a lot of times it's with stuff that I have thrifted. I'm pretty sure this was from napkins that I thrifted that were green. This was a shower curtain that I thrifted, this gray. This was a sheet that I thrifted. This one was just a pillow that I got. But this is my latest. I thrifted this. It's like a table runner, and I really liked it. So I want to cut this today, which this is a little bit smaller than some of these, but it's okay. We're gonna take the stuffing out, re-zhuzh it. But I feel like these would make really cute pillows. And then I don't know if you can see it over here, for a backing for it is my giant roll of burlap that I've been slowly going through that I also thrifted. So we're gonna do these pillows, and then I have a second project I'm gonna be doing. But let's start first out with these pillows. So I got my sewing machine here, but we don't quite need that yet. And my pillows. So what I want to do first is kind of cut this into the size of the pillows that I need. There's already dog hair on here. So it's just a runner. It's seamed up nice. So the edges, and I'm just gonna measure with this pillow. I'm gonna do a little bit bigger than the pillow because obviously we want a seam allowance, and the sides are narrower. So it's gonna be more of a rectangular pillow than a square pillow, which is fine. I'm going to just get some scissors here and cut this. And I have some, what do you call it? The crimping shears. So that way it won't come unraveled, because this is very similar to that burlap. Like, in fact, this is like a type of burlap, it looks like. So I really don't want to go too crazy. Alright, so there's my first one. You can sort of see probably a little bit more room at the top here than there is on the bottom, but it'll be okay. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is not a perfect craft, y'all. Please, I am not a perfectionist. So there's one. I have 3 of these pillows I'm hoping to do. I'm gonna make them all matching this size. So I'm just gonna lay this on here and cut it again. Matching it up. Covers on the front. Now I also don't sew these so they can be removed. I don't. It would be pretty easy to do, but I'm just sewing them into the pillow. I switch them out enough and don't want to use them again. They get worn down. Anyway, continuing on, now I'm going to cut out some of the backing here. Pillows are probably one of the first things I ever learned how to sew. I used my mom's sewing machine, and she used to let us pick out remnant scraps at Joann's Fabrics. And so I used to come home and make pillows because they were easy, because you just have to sew 1, 2, 3, inside out, stuff it, easy. Easy peasy. I always tell people when they're starting to learn how to sew, start with pillows, because it's really quickly satisfying. Easy and quick. Then we have our pillows. We got the two sides. Now we're gonna need that sewing machine. Okay, so now I just have the edges, and I want this nice edge of the runner to be one of the edges I'm hand sewing. So we're gonna start here. And I'm really just going, it's got white thread in here. I'm going right to the edge of my runner. And I'm gonna sew along the burlap and along the edge of the runner. We will inside it out. Put that pretty flower side pointing out. Just like so. And there is my pillow cover looking cute. And got the smallest one for now to start with. Definitely gonna have to unstuff some of those other ones. Cute that is. So freaking cute. I'm just gonna fold this over on itself, and I'm actually gonna sew this on the sewing machine. I could hand stitch it, but I think it'll come out alright if I do it on the sewing machine right here. Right. My other scissors here. Trim off those little ends. Oh my god, guys, look how cute this little pillow is. So I'm gonna do my other two. Might readjust the stuffing in those other two because obviously these are little. They're just gonna be cute little fancy throw pillows just to add a little cuteness over there on my new sofa with that pop of orange. It's very spring. I love it. Alright guys, so here they are. Look how cute they are. I'm gonna put them in on my sofa. These are my table runner pillows. I love them. So cute. I don't know what it is about that orangey pink color, but I love it. So the next project we're gonna do is gonna be a floor poof. So here's my poof at 2 cushions high. That actually isn't so bad. I kind of like it. And here it is at 3 cushions high. Oh, that's too high. Definitely gonna stick with the 2 cushions. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna measure it. I'm gonna measure each piece. So each will be, like this will be a rectangle that goes across the top. Then on the sides will be a rectangle and on the bottom. And then we're gonna sew them together like a cube. A rectangular cube, and then the poof will be able to be here, moved around. Basically just making another cover for these cushions. Because yeah, these have seen better days. So anyway, so this one will go, and we'll just do it with the 2. I'm gonna measure it out, and then I'm gonna cut my fabric. I'm gonna sew my cube together, and then it'll be done. I need 6 panels to make this cube. I did the top and the bottom, and they will be 24 by 26 inches. The two long sides will be 26 by 16, and then the two shorter sides will be 24 by 16. And I have this fabric, which I think it actually might be kind of old. It came from my grandmother's. I think she used it as a sofa cover. It's kind of like, it looks like a denim, but it feels softer. So I don't even know exactly what fabric it is, but I've had it, I've been hoarding it. I think it was used to cover a sofa, like a slip cover. There's one seam in it here that goes all the way across. So anyway, we're gonna lay this out and we're gonna cut it so I can make panels with it to fit on my poof. Alright y'all, so cutting that was harder than I thought. I don't like measuring. Stinks. Anyway, I have my pieces here. 24 by 16, 26 by 16, and then 24 by 26. Okay. Top and bottom. Long way, pin to the long way. Or clip. These are clips. Sewing is so much geometry, it's not even funny. Okay, so I have 3 of them pinched together, 3 of the sides. I'm gonna sew, then we'll pin the other side. Okay, lining up. Here's the big square we just attached. 1, 2, 3 sides. Now I'm going to do that 4th side. So it'll be, I'll put a little illustration on there for you, but I'm going to pin or clip this last side. Okay, so now I have, whew. So now I have my square in the center with, or my rectangle, with all the rectangles around the outside. So the next thing is going to be sewing these edges together to make it 3D like. So matching them up like that to make the corner piece of my poof. So now we're going to go to another corner and then another corner until we have all 4 corners sewed together. Alright, so let's inside this out here and see what we got going on. We should have like the cover, making sure all my seams are good, my little corners don't look too funky. Yeah. So we'll go lay it on there and see how it's coming out before I decide if I'm going to hand sew or machine sew the bottom. Alright, so here's my poof. And this is just going to slide over like so. Cover it up. And then I'm going to sew the bottom piece on so it'll be all attached and good. And it looks nice. Guys, I'm wanting to make one of these. And this leftover material that I've been hoarding. And these cushions are perfect for a little footstool for anybody who wants to sit here and put their feet up. I'm excited. Alright, so let's see. Let's flip this over. I definitely have a lot of extra on the bottom. Like if I just sew it to that, it won't be kind of pulled tight like I might want it to be. So, trying to decide how I'm going to do this last stage of this project here. Inside out, put it on this inside out, pin it, pin 2 of the sides, and then I'll hand sew the other side with it on there. Okay. So inside it back out again, put it on that way. Dang decent, comparatively speaking. I'm happy with it. Cushions are a little lumpy, but they're just gonna be lumpy. So let me go get my last piece in here. So I'm going to machine sew these 2 sides and then hand sew the other 2 sides because I'll be able to slip in those cushions. So let's see. That comes up pretty easy. We're going to go stitch this together. On each other. In tighter. And let's go put this on and see how it looks. These as flat as I can. They don't like to look flat. Like stuff in a pillowcase, kinda. Top, and then the bottom. So now I'm just gonna really fold this on itself and give it some good stitching in. Alright, so I'm just doing like a little lip stitch here. There's my poof. I love it. This guy's gonna go in the trash. This guy's gonna be here for a footrest.